Hi, my name is Emily Douglas, and I am going to tell you a little bit about the history of Grandma's gifts. My grandmother, Norma Atkinson, was born in 1932 in Ironton, Ohio, and was one of 12 children in her family. Her father died when she was only 6 months old of an ear infection, leaving her mom to take care of her entire family. This was before the times of Social Security and welfare, and they were very, very poor. My grandmother, when I was young, used to tell me stories all the time about what it was like to grow up and not have anything. And they always seemed like fairy tales to me, but the more that I started to realize that kids really did live that way. She used to share stories with us about what it was like to have newspaper curtains in their home and only receive fruit at Christmas. She used to say that her brothers used to walk up and down the railroad tracks to pick up coal that had fallen off the passing trains to heat their house in the winter. My grandma highly valued her education and decided that once she became older that she was going to work very hard and get a job. After meeting my grandfather, they opened up a small business and they started to give back to the community so kids didn't have to grow up like she had grown up. Shortly after, in 1989, she was diagnosed with breast and lung cancer. This was very hard on my family. My grandmother was very special and very different, and it took us a little while to really understand and realize that. When we were little, she used to take us to do all kinds of things. We used to go to the store and buy clothes that we never ever saw, or toys we never played with, because she had donated them to people who were in need. We used to get in the car and drive out through the hills and take food to people who lived in caves. I just never really quite understood that not everybody's grandma was like that. She again was diagnosed in 1989 with cancer, and in 1991 passed away. And she always just kind of told my brother and sister and I that if you don't like the things that you see, you should change them, and that you should always live your life by the golden rule. So, after she passed away, we all decided that we wanted to start something to help kids who had grown up like my grandma had. So, we started the organization Grandma's Gifts.